All righty, we're gonna start this Facebook Live today, and I'm right here at the golf course getting ready for time with my younger brother. This is Friday. We've been trying to get some exercise in, and I guess old man exercise is playing golf. You know, they say a good day of golf beats well, they say a bad day of golf beats a good day in the office anytime. And so we're looking forward to a good day of golf. But when we first just got out here today, it's drizzling a little bit. So we had to take a little bit of break, get ready. I wanted to meet with you all for this 11-minute call that we do each and every Monday and Friday. You notice on Monday I talked about a business tip, and it was called work with tools. Work with the tools you have at your command, and better tools will be found as you go along. That's a principle in the book Think and Grow Rich. Now, for those of you that don't understand or know about that book, it was written by Napoleon Hill. He was commissioned by Andrew Carnegie to do a study of 500 millionaires over a 20-year period. Now, in that book, he discovered that millionaire mindsets did not wait when they had a goal or a dream to do something. They just got started. They got started. Hello, Ron in Texas. See you, buddy. You know, one of my wife's best friends. But they got started. Too many people, they want to wait till everything is all together. They want to get all the tools lined up. They want to lay everything out. You know, when I was in the Air Force, and I remember, I flew airplanes with the Air Force for some years, and I get it. You know, it took a while to learn how to fly that airplane, but we had to start somewhere, and we got better as we go along. Now, how can I tie this into a spiritual principle today on Friday when I tie the business principle into a spiritual principle? Well, let me use this one. Most of you heard a story that Jesus told about how he gave different people different talents and different gifts. He may have gave Ron 5 gifts, gave me 2, gave Lolita 1, but he's only expecting me to do with what I have. You know, the guy that he gave 5 doubled his to 10. The guy that he gave 2 doubled his to 4. The guy that he gave 1 gift to hid his talent. He didn't do with what he had that one. And many of us have heard the expression, too much is given, much is required. You're only required to do what you're supposed to do with what you have. You're only required to run in your lane. Be the best you can be. Not the best someone else. Be the best you can be. The problem with most people is that we start focusing in on other people's gifts and other people's talents. You know, you can't. And I'm not at that place anymore in my life where I'm worried about what other people do and what other people's gifts and talents. I just want to be the best me I can be, running within my lane. You know, I remember when running track, you have 2 lines. 1 line on your left side, 1 line on your right side, and they always told us, stay within the lane. If you got too far over, you may cross over the lane and you get disqualified. If you got over on the other side to the right, you get disqualified. You had to stay in your lane. And so 1 lane over here could be perfection or Jesus Christ, and the other lane is someone else's abilities and qualities. I'm not required to be as good as Jesus. You're not required to be as good as Jesus, and you're not required to do what someone else does. You're only required to do the very best with the tools that you have. So the spiritual principle here is, he says, if you're faithful over a few things, I'll make you ruler over many things. Until you're faithful with those few things, those little things, how can you expect to have the big things from God? Too many of us are not faithful with what we're having. And it may appear, okay, Dr. Wilson, you seem like you're doing a lot. Maybe, but I'm not doing everything God told me to do, so I'm still guilty. I'm required to do with the abilities and the talents that he gave me, not what he gave my brother Tracy. Tracy's not required to do what I do. Lolita's not required. Ron, you're not required to do what somebody else. You're just required to do what God requires of you. So challenge yourself, starting today. Will I be the very best me I can be? And I'm not focus in on other people's gifts. I'm not going to focus in on being as good as Jesus, because you'll never be. I'm not going to focus in on being as good as the other track star, so to speak, running in the other lane. I got to run in my lane and be the very best I can be. And so, guys, I want to just encourage you today, as I'm hoping this weather clears up. My brother's waiting patiently. We're hoping that things go well so we can get out there and practice and use the tools that we have. We work with the tools that we have at our command, and better tools are found as we go along. Guys, I'm going to start trying to wrap this up because guys are coming up, getting ready to play, getting excited. I hope you guys have a great weekend, have a lot of fun. Get back with us on Monday at Facebook Live with Dr. TV, and we're going to talk about a business principle on Monday, and then on Fridays we deal with the spiritual principles. Remember, be the best you can be. You guys at the top, the tip top, and over the top. From Montgomery, Alabama, from the golf course, my name is Dr. TV Wilson, and I'm out.